You know, everyone has their favorite Bible story. This week's Torah portion is probably one of my favorite stories of the Torah, one of the most inspirational stories of the Torah. You know, we turn to the Torah for guidance and inspiration and how to live our life. That's what Torah means. Hayra. I find we get it from this week's Torah portion. This week's Torah portion talks about Joseph sitting in the courtyard in prison and seeing two inmates walking there, and they seem sad. And he goes over to them and asks them, why are you so sad? Now, if you think about who Joseph was and what state of mind he was in that point, it's quite surprising that he would ask such a question. That he even care about how those other people feel. Joseph, at 11 years old, his mother died. His brothers despised him, disliked him. At 17 years old, he was sold by his brothers to Egypt. Now he's in Egypt as a 17-year-old boy, all alone, no family, no mother died, father not next to him, brothers sold him out. You can imagine how he felt. He was hired to work in the house of Potiphar. And over there, finally, he's feeling a little bit good about himself. And then, but he was a gorgeous, good-looking boy, Yosef. And Potiphar's wife wanted to have a relationship with him. He didn't want, and she got him thrown into prison. And now he's sitting in prison all alone. Imagine. There's no system there, no lawyers there, and he's sitting there for years. You would expect a person like, I would think, a person like that would say, forget about life. My own family sold me out. God is not there for me. The country is not there for me. I don't care about anyone. And now he's sitting in prison and he's worrying about how other people are feeling. And he goes over to these two prisons. You're down. What's wrong? How can I help you? They tell him we have a dream. And he translates the dream. And because he translates that dream, what happens? He goes eventually and translates Pharaoh's dream. And because of that, Pharaoh makes him a viceroy of Egypt. And then his brothers come down to Egypt because of that. Eventually we become slaves, and then we come out of Egypt. We go to Mount Sinai, we get the Torah, and then we go into the Promised Land. But where did this all start from? A downtrodden prisoner that everything was taken away from him in the darkest place of the world. Yet he had a heart and cared, how could I help another person? How could I inspire another person? How could I be a light for the other person? Wow, what a message. And I think this message is so loud and clear, we always read it in the Hanukkah time. Tonight we're going to light the second candle. Last night we lit the first. Tonight we're going to light the second candle. What does the candle teach us? The menorah, the candle, the light of the candle teaches us. When do we light it? We light it at night. Right? To light a candle by day when it's light outside, it's not a big deal. It's when it's dark and you bring the candle that illuminates the place. And it's such an important message for us. You know, we all have darkness in our life. We all have things that certain parts of our life, there's concealment. It could be within ourselves, struggles that we have. It could be within our interpersonal relationship. It could be with our relationship with God. It could be with our relationship with our kids. It could be in business. Everyone has something that's darkness in their life. And we can sit there and be angry and close the rooms and close the shades and not do anything. Or you say, no. If I'm going through this challenge, it must be that God put me in this situation. And I have a responsibility then to bring a little bit light in this situation. And there's so many places that you're able to get that light from. You can get it from the Torah. You get it from our tradition. You can get it by you trying to help other people when it comes to these same things. We all know this. If you're feeling down, go out and try to help another person in that particular thing, and you bring that light there. And we have the light of our tradition, the light of our Torah. And that's the message that Joseph taught us, and that's the message of Hanukkah. But Hanukkah is not enough just to light one candle, we also light a second candle. And what happens is every day we add. And then not only we help ourselves, our responsibility is to illuminate and help our family, help our friends, and help our community. You know, I shared last night that this past year was a very dark year, but it was also a lot of light. And there were so many opportunities to help other people. People much more in tune. So this year, Hanukkah, let's all make a resolution that in spite of, thank God none of us are like Yosef's situation, but we can learn from Yosef. In spite of whatever situation we may be in, we are going to embrace it and bring light and godliness and holiness and friendship and caring to our community. And let's continue to illuminate and make a difference in the world, no matter what situation we may be in. Every day, a little bit more. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah.